Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life channel, and today we've got an interesting video talking about one of the biggest problems that I had on this car when I first bought it. It's literally been rectified today, so we were talking about that and showing you what I had to do it. So obviously I'm talking about the shock absorber, the rear shock absorber. It was on the near side. In the UK we call the left hand side of the car the near side because it's nearest to the curb, but it's on the passenger side on a UK car, and basically it had given up. So when we hit bumps or anything, this wheel was bouncing up and down in the wheel well, and it just made the whole ride really crap. The car would sort of wallow and do all sorts of stuff. So what I did a lot of digging, and I found out something not very good is the fact that these are self-leveling shock absorbers on the rear of these cars. So I got on Google, I was looking all around and everything like that, and then actually turned out you can only get them direct from Volvo, and it was £550. Sorry, £550 for a replacement shock. So I understand, but eventually I went ahead and did it. So as you can see, this was the shock absorber that came off, and it is in a pretty shocking condition. Just take a look at the invoice, and we can get the part number, etc. So I bought it from Lister's Volvo. Yeah, and as we can see, £549. This is the part number for anyone looking to buy one. To be fair, they were pretty good because we were in lockdown. They sorted it pretty quickly. So yeah, imagine this but intact and looking all shiny and lovely. So like I said, it's a self-leveling shock absorber, and this one, to be honest, was just completely knackered. As you can see, the gaiters come off, and it is offering zero shock absorbency, if that makes any sense. So yeah, and you can see inside all the fluid. It's just, yeah, it needed doing, and I probably should have done it far sooner than I did. So yeah, here's the part number, or here's the details anyway. There's the part number. It's upside down, so it's like that, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that is the part anyway. So when we first fitted it to the car was then completely wonky. So this side sat far higher than the other side. So I went on a bit of a drive, and I was intentionally hitting potholes just to see the difference, and it's transformed the car completely. The car handles so much better, it's much more reliable through corners, etc. But and it also doesn't have that horrendous rattly noise, so it's really good. But as you can see, the car, although I am parked on a bit of a slant, the car is sitting better, much better than it did when we finished at the garage. So yeah, that's just a quick little update. If you've got a similar issue with your Volvo S80, unfortunately the only thing you're going to be able to do is to actually buy the part from Volvo. £550 is sort of the going rate for it. You can cobble together a conversion. There's no official conversion yet for these cars because the bottom bolts are 16s rather than 14s, which is what all shock absorbers come out as. So you even need to drill out the shock absorbers, and then use sort of there's like a rubber bushing at the top with a mounting bracket, and then you'd have to then get washers to then, so it would just be a whole lot of nightmare. Granted, it wouldn't be 550 quid nightmare, but it's not something that I would be willing to sort of cobble together when it's something that affects the car that much. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of that. You may have also seen, I don't know, I've just shut that because I'm just going to show you this now. We've got some parts here which I'm going to fit, and this is going to be a physical dipstick conversion kit. I will show you the basic principle, but as you can see, we've got a dipstick here, we have a solid metal tube here, a bolt and 2 rubber grommets, and in theory it should be really easy to fit. So that's probably what the next video is going to be, is how I'm fitting it. I'm just going to sort of show you where it goes, because these cars aren't fitted with one from factory, they're fitted with the posh but sometimes unreliable electronic dipsticks. So basically what you have to do, if I can get this to focus, where my finger is there's a little something called a technician's dipstick, which is literally, as it says on the tin, it's a dipstick that technicians can use when they are changing oil on these cars. So our tube will sit on there, and as you can see just above it there's a hole there, which is where there's a bracket that goes on. It bolts in. I've just got to basically iron out how we go about securing the tube within there so we don't get oil spill. But yeah guys, it's going to be happening. I'm going to try and film a nice tutorial. As you can see, we're pretty limited on sort of access, so I think I'm going to have to go in here and get my hand down in. That's probably going to be one way of doing it, or from this side, but I'm not going to be doing it now because the engine's hot, because I've just been out. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at on the car. I did an oil change the other day, as you can see by this tremendous stain underneath there. So that was because I misplaced the oil pan, but other than that it went really well. So if you guys would like to see a video on that, let me know, because I'll plan it into my sort of maintenance schedule and bring forward an oil change. Sort of in the next 5,000 miles, it'll be a couple of months. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.